Hello and welcome. We're about to dive into a strategic briefing on the huge global risks that, frankly, every business leader in North America needs to be thinking about right now. We're going to cut through all the noise and really focus on what's going to matter for your strategy and your operations in the years ahead. So where are we getting all this from? Well, our whole analysis today is based on the World Economic Forum's latest Global Risks Report. But, and this is key, we're not just reading the report, we're looking at it through a very specific lens. What does this mean for you in the North American business world? Okay, so the report does not pull any punches. It opens with this line which really sets the stage. Balancing on a precipice. And it's not just a dramatic opener. Over half of the global experts they surveyed are expecting a pretty turbulent, if not stormy outlook for the world in just the next 2 years. Right, so a world on a precipice sounds bad. But how does that actually affect your balance sheet, your supply chain, your 5-year plan? That's exactly what we're here to unpack. We're going to break this all down into 3 big areas of risk that are all starting to collide. So let's get into our first major cluster of risks. The entire game of global competition is changing. It feels like the old rulebook is just being tossed out the window. This is where geopolitics and what's called geoeconomics are crashing into each other. To really get what's happening, you have to understand this one key term, geoeconomic confrontation. It's basically when economic policy, things like trade, sanctions, investment, stops being about growth and starts being used as a weapon to hit political targets and goals. And this chart right here shows you just how big of a deal this is. When more than 1,300 experts from around the world were asked to rank the biggest risks for the next 2 years, geoeconomic confrontation shot up 8 spots from last year to take the #1 position. #1. So what does that actually look like in the real world? It looks like this. For pretty much any North American company that depends on a global supply chain, I'm talking manufacturing, retail, technology, you name it, this new reality means more chaos, higher costs, and a constant threat of things just stopping. It's forcing leaders to rethink everything. And look, these are the actual weapons being used in this new type of conflict. It's way beyond just tariffs now. We're talking about a whole arsenal of economic tools being pulled for strategic advantage. It's literally turning the global market into a geopolitical battlefield. Now, all this geopolitical tension isn't happening in some kind of bubble. It's all unfolding just as the global economy is entering a really fragile new stage. And that brings us to our second huge risk cluster, a potential economic reckoning. What's really telling on this slide is just how fast things are changing. Worries about an economic downturn are nothing new, right? But for that risk to leap 8 positions in the global rankings in a single year, well, that shows a serious and sudden loss of confidence among the experts. And this isn't some far-off, abstract fear. It is hitting very close to home. In the forum's survey of over 11,000 business leaders, executives in Canada ranked an economic downturn as the single biggest threat their country is facing in the next 2 years. The biggest. The report makes it clear this isn't just about a simple recession. It's more like a toxic brew of a few different things. Incredibly high debt, the threat of asset bubbles bursting, and something the report calls boomerang inflation. Where it seems like it's gone, but then it comes roaring back. All of that together is a recipe for some serious instability. All right, on to our third cluster, which is technology. This adds a whole other layer of complexity to the picture, because while innovations like AI are full of incredible promise, they also bring a new and, frankly, fast-growing set of risks. So North America is really leading the pack on AI adoption. We're talking a rate 3 times higher than in some other parts of the world. Now, that leadership is a huge competitive advantage for sure, but it also means we're on the front lines facing all the risks that come with it first and probably most intensely. This slide is pretty striking. Just look at that trajectory. Right now, in the short term, negative outcomes from AI are ranked pretty low as a risk, down at number 30. But fast forward 10 years, it skyrockets 25 places to become the 5th most severe global risk. That kind of climb is just unprecedented. And you can see the immediate danger right here. The same AI breakthroughs that are powering innovation are also supercharging the toolkits for bad actors. This directly fuels the risk of cyber insecurity, which, by the way, is already a top 10 concern for the next 2 years. Okay, so we've got geopolitical conflict, economic volatility, and exponential tech risks all converging at the same time. After laying all that out, what's the actual takeaway? What do you do if you're a business leader trying to find your way through this? Here's the most crucial point. These are not separate problems anymore. They're all connected. Think about it. A geopolitical move can cause supply chain chaos, which then helps trigger an economic downturn. And all the while, new AI tools could be used to make the whole conflict worse. You just can't look at these things in their own silos anymore. You have to see the whole picture to survive. And that really brings us to the final and maybe most important question for every leader out there. For decades, the goal was always efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. But in this messy, unpredictable world we've been talking about, maybe the most critical question you can ask is whether your organization is built to withstand the shocks that are coming. Is it built for resilience?